What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Seeds of B&G. I've been in here in the kitchen. I'm working on a couple projects today, all dealing with different types of apples. Actually, not all of them. I got some mushrooms doing some things too, but we won't talk about that right now. So what I'm making is apple cider vinegar. Most of y'all seen this stuff in the grocery store. If you see this one, it's kind of cloudy. This is organic, raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar. Most of the stuff you see is filtered, it's super clear, it's either going to be white or it's going to be a very light brown, but it's transparent, you can see through it. The raw unfiltered still has the mother in it, still has all of the healthy minerals, vitamins, and all that good stuff that you get from apple cider vinegar. This bottle's about $5 or $6 in the store. What we're going to do is make our own. You can use scraps from your apples, just in case you're doing something that, you got to peel apples or whatever. Or you could just use just regular old whole apples. I have a few scraps because, like I said, I'm working on a few different things in here. You can see here, we have cut, kind of seasoned already. Got nutmeg, cinnamon, a little bit of sugar, allspice. I'm gonna make apple pie. So that's why I have apple scraps. Fun fact, when Alicia and I was dating many years ago, probably about 22 or 23 years ago, one of our first dates, she came over to my mom's house and I made her a steak, baked potato, salad, and a homemade apple pie. And we had dinner at my mom's house that I cooked. I think my mom had left, or she went in the room and kind of stayed in there for a couple hours and let me have this dinner that I made for Alicia. So, fun fact, there you go. But like I said, I boiled some water because if you use tap water from the city, it's gonna have chlorine in it, or stuff to help purify the water. If you have a well, you can use your well water. If not, boil your water, let it sit, and that'll get the chlorine off of it. I'm going to be following a, let's see, what's his name? Lead Farmer 73. Shout out to Lead Farmer. I've learned a lot of about just homesteading and how to preserve and keep food and how to grow food from him over the last few years. Alicia and I have started this journey. I spend a lot of time on YouTube, a lot of time just reading various books, visiting farms and things like that. But this is a very simple process of water, apples, and a little bit of sugar. Some people don't even use sugar. They said you just gotta let it sit a little bit longer, and it will ferment, do its thing, and turn to apple cider vinegar. So the first thing that I'm gonna do with my gallon jar here, and I got my gallon jar, my airlock with the lid that goes with that. Or, if you don't have that, give me a second. I think they call this cheesecloth. You can use your cheesecloth over the top of the jar with a rubber band or something to keep that tight. But I love the airlock just because I don't really have to worry about it that much. So everything's washed. Let me get some apples. Put them down into the jar. Apple scraps, that is. This is the peelings from the apples for the apple pie. And I probably used 90% Granny Smith apples for my apple pie. But to get the different profiles and kind of that sweet bitter taste going on in your pie, I do like to mix a couple different types of apples. So I did add, I added a few of the Gala apples. That's what our red apples are today. I added a few of the Gala apples to the mix there. And there we go. So this is my apple scraps in this gallon jar. And what I'm gonna do with that, I'm gonna cut a couple of these apples up, put them in the blender, blend them up till I got a nice looking applesauce kind of deal going on. And from that, we'll pour that in the jar as well. So I'm gonna get maybe 4 more Gala apples. Cut the tops off, using those as well. And I don't know, I don't actually know if you should or shouldn't mix your different types of apples when you're making apple cider vinegar. But I'm thinking through the fermenting process of it breaking down everything and grabbing the goodness out of the apples, I don't think it'll be an issue. If it is, I'll let you guys know, or if you're watching and you already know that this is going to be a catastrophe, let me know so I won't wait the couple of months that it's going to take for this to get like we're hoping it will get. And this is the goal of the, actually better than this, is what we're hoping for the end project to be. So let me cut these in half. I have some water already in the blender here. And I'm using my Ninja. Actually, yeah, there we go. I'm gonna have to cut them a little bit smaller. Cut my halves in halves. Don't worry about the peeling. Don't worry about a few seeds or anything like that. When you get done and your apple cider vinegar is ready to actually, it's actually ready, you're gonna be straining all these solids off anyway. So don't worry too much about them being in there. There we go. It's gonna get a little loud. Where's my lid? What you don't want to do is turn on your blender. Well, it don't want to work. Make sure that that's down. Water's in there. You're gonna always have to plug it up if you want it to work. Fun fact. And I'm gonna turn on low. I'm gonna turn it on high. Yeah. Yeah. Look at it. Look at it. Hey. Look at it. Yeah. There we go. So we got that minced up pretty good, blended up. I think I'm gonna pour this on in there and see what we get, see what it goes up to.
Wait, is it too watery?
Yeah, it's not I don't think it's too watery because I didn't have to blend it. You don't have to blend it.
Oh, gotcha.
So here's what we got. A runny applesauce is what I'll call it. And we're gonna pour it right over top of the apples that we got in here. There we go. There we go. And with that, here's the rest of that water. Put that right on top of it. I'm going to take it up to about an inch before the neck of the bottle.
Of the, I was just about to ask you that.
I'm taking it up to about an inch before the top of the bottle. Because when you're fermenting stuff, if you've never fermented anything, it's gonna get gases that builds up as it's breaking down the fruit from the sugar. Actually, I need to mix the sugar. So I'm gonna put in a half a cup of sugar and another half a cup of sugar.
You need me to boil some more water?
Nah.
Okay.
We're at the point where we can stop up here. There we go. Give me a big spoon or not. Yeah, that'll work. We just want to mix that sugar in there. Push the apples back down. Get it mixed up real good.
Oh, yeah, you gotta try to make sure the apples stay under the.
Yeah, the apples need to stay under the liquid for the most part there. Although you get a lot of people that say, hey, it might get a little bit of mold on it. That's okay. Pull it out or just submerge it. Make sure it goes back under. I'm one of those people that's going to try to make sure I don't get any mold in it, because if I see it, I'm not going to want to eat it. I'm pretty sure eating out in restaurants or something like that, I've probably eaten plenty of mold. But as far as me seeing it and continuing to eat it, it's not going to happen. So this is what we got. I'm bring y'all a little bit closer. So you can see we got the apples. Put it over here. We got Got your apples, you got your fluid, your water, and your sugar mix in there. So I did actually order some weighted, let me turn y'all back around here. I did order some weighted glass caps to help keep stuff down, but they're not in yet. And I didn't want to wait to make this video. I think I checked Amazon and it said your package can be there before 10 p.m. And that's not what I'm gonna wait for. Throw another apple in there. So what I am gonna do, I got a sandwich bag here, a clean sandwich bag. I'm gonna fill this up with water. Not fill it up, I'm gonna make sure it can still fit in here, but I'm gonna put some water in here and I'm gonna smush it down on top of this liquid before I put the cap on. The weight of the bag and the liquid should keep the solids down under the water is what I'm thinking. And this is all part of small farming and homesteading, figuring out how to make things work, figuring out how to work what you got. I really like that idea, that process. Let me see what I can, all right, I'm gonna have to let some water out, but it does look like it will work. So I'm gonna let some of this water out. This is what I'm working with, a little bit less than half the bag now. I'm gonna put that back in there, smush it back down on top. Let me see if I can let some of this air out. I think that'll work. Put that down. There we go. So it's down. My fruit is under the Ziploc bag. Now remember, I did blend it up, so I do have a few small particles that's trying to get up to the top. But because I put that bag in there, it's acting like, you know, a solid pretty much. I'm gonna put the finishing touch on this. Let's see. Forgot how to get the wood around to the other side. There we go. All right, perfect. It's about halfway, and you just fit it down in there. And there you have it. This is the makings of our apple cider vinegar. We'll keep y'all posted on how this turns out. Here we go. There you have it. Seeds of B&G, we're making apple cider vinegar. Please like, comment, subscribe. Y'all come back now, you hear? Oh yeah.